want to tell you what happened, which is absolutely fascinating, at least to me, and it will be to you, I'm sure. I like to tell you stories sometimes that happened to me, right? So you all know about my foot, my whole story, on the treadmill, the ganze meise. So once in a while, Hashem gives you a look into why He does things. So 3 days before Lag BaOmer, I was on a treadmill, as you know, and I was running, and all of a sudden, in the middle of running on the treadmill, my bone cracked. I had a stress fracture. Now, I've been running on that treadmill for 9 months. I was pretty much at that point at my thinnest in the 9 months, so it wasn't that I got heavy. There was no reason for that bone to break. But it did. And, of course, I was in a lot of pain, and I was done. I couldn't, as you know, I was on crutches here, and I'm a person that thinks. So we know the Zohar says that if you get hurt in a part of your body, you need to think about what Avera you did with that part of your body. And I'm thinking to myself, I broke my left leg. What did I do with my left leg? Did I go to gamble? No. Did I walk into a movie theater? No. I had to do something with that leg. Why did he pick up my leg? Right? I couldn't come up with the answer. Not that I'm such a big tzaddik, but I couldn't come up with the answer why I broke my left leg. Okay. There was something nagging me. This was 3 days before Lag BaOmer. And about 2 weeks before Lag BaOmer, I never went Lag BaOmer to Rav Shimon Bar Yochai because I'm a Kohen. And we believe, we're very strict Kohanim. We don't go into any place that even the biggest tzaddik is buried. I don't go into Maras Machpelah. I don't go into Kever Rachel. But there are some people that believe that you're a tzaddik and a matame. You can go. My father, we're very makbid Kohanim. We stay away from Tumah. We're very, very makbid. So even though I know very big tzaddikim that do go into Rav Shimon Bar Yochai, I don't go into Rav Shimon Bar Yochai. I don't hold these insulted. I'm a Kohen. I don't go in. And there's a Satmar Rebbe wrote a whole tshuva on it. I don't go in. So I never went. And all my friends would always come out. I know you love Yom Kippur. You must be in Meron on Lag BaOmer. I'm like, not interested. I'm a Kohen. We don't go to graves. We're 2,000 years unemployed. We go on the unemployment line by the Kaisel. The Beit HaMikdash was destroyed 2,000 years ago. We're still waiting for a job. We are the longest time that someone didn't get a job. We are still on the unemployment line. The Kohanim have no work. So I said, I go to the Kaisel. I don't go to Rebbe's, I go to the Kaisel. But 3 years ago, it came out Motzei Shabbos, Lag BaOmer. And this Chassidish guy that I'm very close to, Ashkenazi, said to me, I have a house there next to Rav Shimon Bar Yochai, in that part of Meron, on the mountain. He says, you'll be my guest. We have this huge hall. We throw a big simcha. So Chaya, you have to try Shabbos. Is holy, holy, holy Shabbos. And you know the story that I had with the breast of a kid, the whole story with the sword. So I went, and it blew me away. It just blew me away. So the next year, not this year, but last year, it also came out Motzei Shabbos. So I took my grandson, and I went again. And I remember I was on a high, a spiritual high. And I went up to Rav Shimon Bar Yochai. I didn't go into his kever, but outside his kever. And I said, okay. I think I said I'm taking on 3 things, but I definitely said I'm taking on 2 things. One of them was I'm going to light a candle for Rav Shimon Bar Yochai every Motzei Shabbos. Baruch Hashem, I did that. Then I think I said, my daughter was single, Batya. I said, if next year by Lag BaOmer, I made a deal. If next year by Lag BaOmer, my daughter's engaged, even though it's not on Shabbos, I'm coming back. I wasn't sure if I said that or not. And when the guy invited me, I was like, I had to go to London, I had to go to California. I didn't want to go to Israel. It was too much, and it's on a Thursday night. And then I got to come back Erev Shabbos, and it's not, you land, you go there, this guy's not giving me a place to sleep, I'm just going to go there. I can't go in, so just to say Tehillim, I can go say Tehillim all year round. I said, I'm not going. I told the guy, don't make a reservation, I'm not going. But it bothered me. Did I make that deal with Batya? Now, Batya was engaged already at that point. So I'm like, do I have to go? Or don't I have to go? You don't play with the promise. I was like, I didn't make that promise. I don't think I said that. Because I wouldn't make a promise. I took my way out of it. I didn't go. My wife, Yortzeit, my father-in-law's Yortzeit. In fact, this year is L'zech Nishmas Yishai Ben Yaakov. So her Yortzeit was today. She's in Eretz Yisrael. So Friday, before Shabbos, she went to Rabbi Gamliel to get a bracha. I'm not there, I'm here. She went to get a bracha. So she comes to Rabbi Gamliel with her mother's there with her, and they're talking. Rabbi Gamliel says to my wife, so what are you doing next week? She said, well, Yom HaMelech, Sunday, Monday. He says, you can't leave Eretz Yisrael till you go to Rav Shimon Bar Yochai. I know Rabbi Gamliel 30 years. He has never told me to go to Rav Shimon Bar Yochai. He surely never told my wife to go to Rav Shimon Bar Yochai. He told my wife, don't leave Eretz Yisrael till you go to Rav Shimon Bar Yochai. So my wife tells this to me. She says, so I'm going to go on Tuesday. And I'm thinking to myself, oh man, you messed up. Because why would Rabbi Gamliel tell her to go to Rav Shimon Bar Yochai? He never talks like that. Motzei Shabbos, this past Motzei Shabbos, my wife goes to a woman named Leora, who we're very close to. Leora is a very holy woman. She lost 2 children in a bus bombing. She was pregnant. She lost both kids. And she made a deal with Hashem that she will help all people that lost limbs and whatever it is, through bombs, whatever it is. She will make it her lifelong work to feed them, visit them, take them on trips, take care of their kids. She made a deal with him. If you give me back my twins. That year she got pregnant, she had twins. So she said, finished. Everything's over. All I am going to do the rest of my life is take care of Klal Yisrael. She's a huge tzedekista. She comes from very big Mekubalim. And Hashem gave her a kayach. She opens it to Tehillim. And from opening that to Tehillim, she can see everything that's going on. It's amazing. I mean, I've seen it. And there are girls in this room that have seen it. It's amazing. My wife goes Motzei Shabbos. She says my name is Zechai Shimon Rav Yitzchak HaKohen. She opens it to Tehillim. And she says, tell your husband that he made a ned there that he didn't keep. That's what she says. So my wife calls me up. What neder did you make that you didn't keep? That's the first thing she said. I said, Rabbi Gamliel, sending you to Rav Shimon Bar Yochai. Leora is saying you made a neder you didn't keep. I know, and I thought about it all the time, I know that I probably made a neder last year that if Bat is engaged, I would go, and I didn't go. So he's upset. If that's what it shows in the Tehillim, that means in Shemayim, you didn't keep your neder. And you don't want to get Rav Shimon Bar Yochai angry if you learn any of the Gemaras. He's the last one you want to make a neder to and not keep. So I sat down and I said to myself, so I made a neder and I didn't keep it, and it's a very bad punishment if you make a neder and you don't keep it. And I started smiling. I said, Hashem, thank you, you're the man. What did Hashem do? 3 days before Lag BaOmer, he broke my leg. Once he broke my leg, I'm an Einus. I can't go to Eretz Yisrael. I can't keep my neder. I have a broken leg. So it wasn't that I broke my neder. Hashem made sure that I had a broken leg. So if I have a broken leg, you can't have a taina against me that didn't come to Eretz Yisrael. If you're sick, you make a neder and you're sick, you should get Hataras Nedarim. You should get Hataras Nedarim. But Lamaisa, it turned into, instead of a mazid, that I on purpose didn't go, into an Einus. He had a broken leg. So that broken leg that I got was the greatest rachamim that Hashem could have given me, because otherwise I would have broken a full-fledged neder, which I don't even want to tell you what the punishment is. So he broke my leg. Now let me tell you something even weird. Yeah, but Kol Nidre is a general promise. This wasn't a simple thing. And my daughter got engaged, so it wasn't a simple thing. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, cool. Thank you, Hashem. I'm good with that. Not only that, you all in this room know my whole share that I was supposed to have surgery. Hashem said, he doesn't need surgery. I just wanted to make sure he's an Einus. There's no reason to start cutting him up now. He had to be an Einus by Lag BaOmer. I broke his leg. And you all know the story with the second, my whole share, that the doctor said you need surgery, we're going to do it on Tuesday. Then I went to another doctor, and he looked into it and he said, no, you don't need surgery, that's an old thing. And I never had the surgery. So why didn't I have the surgery? Why did that whole thing happen? Because the Kodesh Baruch Hu said, I only did this to save Wallerstein's life. Because had he not broken his leg, he's amazing. He didn't go on purpose. With a broken leg, he's not chayiv. An Einus is patur. So we don't need to go any further and start digging and cutting him up into little pieces and have this whole surgery. And I start to look at the whole story, and I'm like, God, you really like me. Like, this is amazing. You broke my leg to save my life. And then I thought to myself, okay, why my leg? Why my leg? You could have given me high fever. You could have made me an oinus. I could have been throwing up my brains with the virus for 2 days. I also couldn't have gone to Eretz Yisrael. There's so many ways to stop me going from Eretz Yisrael and making me an oinus. Why my leg? Why'd you break it? Because you broke your promise. So the negative media is something has to be broken in you. Throwing up, that's not what you did. You broke a neder. So we have to break something. You broke, we break. But we're breaking to save you. Why your leg? Because when you go to Eretz Yisrael, it's considered Oile Regel. You decided not to go to Eretz Yisrael. So you weren't Oile Regel. So now we're going to make sure you can't be Oile Regel. So we're going to break something because you broke a neder, and we're going to break your leg. Take apart the whole story. And then say there is no God. You are out of... No, you're not out of your mind. You're dead. You're brain dead. Take apart the whole story. Rabbi Gamliel, go to Rav Shimon Bar Yochai, doesn't tell my wife why. Liora, he made a neder he didn't keep. A regel, a break. Now I'll tell you the weirdest part of the whole thing. So the doctor told me that the pain from a break like this in a knee usually lasts for about 4 weeks. And then you need about 10 weeks or 8 weeks to heal. So he told me, you're not going to play ball. I asked him if I could play ball in the summer. I play baseball. He said, you're not going to play ball. I won't let you play ball. You won't be able to play ball until September. I'm like, September? My baseball, that's all I do. 2 months, I get to play ball. And I'm like, Hashem, come on. That's my whole thing. Sunday morning, getting up with the guys. You know, I'm an old guy already. Play first base. You know, and I'm the only guy with a wooden bat. You know, they call me Woody. You know, the wooden bat, the old man. And I look forward to this. You know, it's a league. It's a baseball league. We're usually in first place. And I'm like, I didn't understand before that. I just had a broken. I was like, why? You know, okay, you know, but take away my summer. You know, break my leg in December. Who cares? I'm not playing anything.
Did you dance at your daughter's wedding?
I woke up before Shavuos, the day before Shavuos. 2 days before Shavuos, I was in such pain, I could not walk on my foot. I was on crutches. I woke up the day before Shavuos, and I said, something's wrong. I have zero pain in my knee. It's impossible. So I was waiting for it to start hurting again. I took my crutches, I put them in the closet. Shavuos, day after Shavuos, Shabbos, nothing. I am in absolute zero pain. Up the steps, down the steps, Jake got married, dancing, jumping, like nothing ever happened. So I'm thinking to myself, the doctor saw the MRI. The MRI showed a contusion and the whole thing. It takes 12 weeks to mend. It doesn't take 12 weeks to mend if the only reason you broke your leg was to save your life because it had to make you an oinus. That's over. You were an oinus, you missed Lag BaOmer, you don't need to be in pain for another 9 weeks. Psh. If you think into things, if you understand, because Baruch Hu does, you can break your leg and it saves your life. And these people are able a little bit to go into the spiritual world, and I don't know. My wife didn't ask me why he sent me to Rav Shimon Bar Yochai. He may not even know why. He just came out of his mouth. Don't leave Eretz Yisrael till you go to Rav Shimon Bar Yochai.
Did she go?
Sure she went. She was there for 2.5 hours. And what happened? Today, before she left Eretz Yisrael, back to America, she's on the plane right now, she went back to Leora. And she gave her my name. And she said, the neder that he broke, is it fixed? And she said, it's fixed. Because my wife listened to my Rebbe and went and said the whole Tehillim, whatever she did for 2.5 hours, and she asked Mechila in my name. I told her to give my name and asked Mechila. She opened the Tehillim. She said it's not there anymore. The breaking of the neder is not there anymore. Because it's over. Because she went as a shliach for me. So I'm just telling you a story that just happened today. And you can say you're crazy, you're thinking things out of the box, or whatever it is. You don't break a leg for nothing. and not your left leg, because Hashem had rachamim on me. Because had I broken my right leg, I couldn't drive. I drive with my right leg. So all the things I had to do, I could still drive. So in the punishment, so to say, in the pain, is this unbelievable rachamim. So this is a story that happened to me, and maybe I'm translating it wrong, but it can't be. He met a neder. She had no idea. My wife didn't know. Nobody in the world knew. She opened up to him and she said he broke a neder. Come on. My foot is not normal. B'li ayin hara. I want to give myself an ayin hara. It just healed. Just healed 6 weeks early. You're going to need sports rehabilitation, and you're going to need rehab, and you're going to need this and that. I'm telling you, I was by Jake's wedding. It's weird. It's like nothing ever happened. Should I jump around and run and that? I'm not that sure. But right now, it doesn't hurt. It hasn't hurt. But Lamaisa, everything that happens to us in life, because Baruch Hu, he broke my leg to save my life. Because they couldn't do anything in Shemayim. I'm sure the Satan came running. Oh, he broke a neder. Hashem's like, sorry, he couldn't go. He had a broken leg. He's an Einus. And the Yetzer Hara probably said, he always does this, Hashem. Saves his people, saves his kids. Always comes up with something. I think it's a master plan. It's a brilliant plan. I mean, it's God, but it's a brilliant plan. So we have to trust Hashem that whatever he does, there's a very, very, very good reason that he does it. So, give everyone a bracha that Chas v'Shalom, he doesn't have to break anything. But just the opposite, he should show us his presence and his love and his care through growth, not through breaking, and through goodness. And once again, I would like to invite everybody to come to our dinner, which Shemir Hashem will be on the 18th. And I was on the radio today, and I told everyone that whether you're an Or Nava girl or not an Or Nava girl, I get a lot of questions for the last 2 weeks about this thing that happened in City Field. How come they didn't ask you to speak? How come, were you for it? Were you against it? Do you think it'll make a difference? And I have to tell you that, you don't know this, but a month before City Field, there were a minute amount of people going. And they were panicking. Because a lot of people felt that the people who are watching the wrong things, it don't matter what the rabbis say. And the people that are not watching the wrong things, they don't need it. They don't need the filter. Most of the people are going to show up. They don't even have computers. Right? Because the ones with computers are not going to show up. And this whole thing was going on. And people were coming to me, Rebbe, should I go? Shouldn't I go? Shouldn't you speak about it? Shouldn't you push it? What's your feelings on it? Of course, I'm a person that's in the public eye. Everybody wanted to know, what my feelings. I had very mixed feelings. I wasn't really for it. Why wasn't I for it? Because I felt that, first of all, the people who want to watch the wrong things, put filters all you want. They go to the library, they'll buy a phone, they go to their friend. So she'll get to the core of what's wrong with it. Don't. That's a symptom. And the filter fixes the symptom. But you fix the symptom in your house, but the kid's going to buy a phone and has internet from CBS, or they're going to their friend's house, or they're going to the library. So I said, if they're going to make it a sifa, talk about why do you need to be on a social. Why aren't you just comfortable with real human friends instead of being on a social network? If we can figure out what's wrong with you, whether it's low self-respect or you don't like what you look like, but here you can take pictures in Photoshop and make yourself look like who knows, whatever you want. You can put a big fat car in the driveway, right? Because you go to somebody else's house. So what's going on? Why do you need to talk? Why do you need 900 friends? Get into the psyche of a person. I did not need 900 friends growing up. I didn't want 900 friends. I always paid for lunch. Imagine paying for 900 friends. Right? So why do people all of a sudden need 900 friends? And talk, and talk to the machine all day, talk, and Twitter. I'm going to the bathroom, I'm picking my nose, I picked up a tissue, my hair follicle fell off. What? What, are you out of your mind? What's going on? So don't go against Twitter. It's not Twitter that's the problem. Twitter's not the problem. The problem is the person that goes on Twitter. Twitter's not a problem because I don't go on Twitter. So you can have Twitter all you want. It's not a problem. It's only a problem if I go on Twitter. So any person that has to hear an actress talk about that I just bleached my hair and I just cooked fish and I just took out the garbage, there's something mentally wrong with you. Why do you need to hear that about this person? And at what point is there something this person says that you don't want to hear? You want to hear everything. I can't even imagine if I would Twitter and tell you everything I did a whole day. Half of you would throw up. Right? Yeah, predictions. So there's 1 billion people on it every day. It might get down a little bit, but there's 1 billion people on it a day. So why do you need to be on the internet? Why are you looking at pictures that you're not supposed to? That's what I felt the Asifa should be about. Not filtering.